Need some coins to that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out mudpacks.com where you guys can open up exciting packs, win tons of mud coins, and withdraw the coins to your account. Use code ZIRK for 15% off.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
So we've got the new competitive pass player to go over, but also we have the new AKA players to go over as well. All of this content is coming out tomorrow. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Ethan Phillips for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Set a notification bell on and comment down below. Noti Gang. Also, guys, my NBA picks for today are up right now over on Twitter. So if you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZIRK to match first deposit up to $100. And follow me over on Twitter for my NBA picks. I will have more picks up later today. All right, so starting off, let's go over the competitive pass player, and that is going to be Brock Purdy. The new competitive pass, of course, does drop tomorrow, so we'll see exactly what that level, I think it's 11 reward is going to be. It really hasn't been anything too crazy as of lately. However, this past one that we actually had did give you a 97 overall B&D player for the weekly wildcards fantasy pack, which you didn't say that you got that, but you actually did get a 97 overall, so that was pretty cool. So we'll see exactly what they have going on this week. But as for the actual player, that is Brock Purdy. So another QB, he has 92 speed, 97 throw power, 95 short, 95 medium, and 95 deep, with 96 throw under pressure, 96 throw on the run, and 95 play action. Now, a couple things about this. Number one, I'm just never really a big fan of, BND quarterbacks, to be completely honest. QBs, they change pretty much every week, maybe every other week, as to who are like the top 3 quarterbacks in the game. We just get so many quarterbacks that by the time this Brock Purdy, if you were to get him, maybe you would have him for like a couple of days and you'd want to switch off him. In terms of his release, he has generic 1, which to be honest, guys, I'd be very surprised if tomorrow this card comes out and he has generic 1 release. I feel like they'll have to change it to like Slinger 3 to actually make people care about this card. But in terms of who has generic 1 release, if he does actually come out with that, that would be comparable to Mike White, Kenny Pickett, and also Josh Johnson. So if you guys have used any of those cards, you kind of know how that release is. Personally, I don't think I used any of those cards, so I really don't know how it is, but it's definitely not a top release. Now, unfortunately, EA did not go over what abilities Brock Purdy does get. Again, I don't know why EA does this. Sometimes they do reveals, they don't go over the abilities, and we're kind of just left with the stats in the card. So that's Brock Purdy. His stats look solid. Hopefully his abilities are pretty good. Maybe if they change the release to like Slinger 3, this will kind of be like a good sleeper card. Now we need to go over the AKA players though, and I gotta say, one of these AKA cards I'm extremely excited about. And I will admit that Daniel Jones is not the one that I'm very excited about, but Giants fans, I'm sure you guys are probably very excited for a new Danny Dimes. Now, for those guys that don't know, he does get generic 2 release. Now, generic 2 is also the same release that Geno Smith has. A lot of people say that this release is overall pretty decent. Also, Desmond Ridder has this release, so it is, from what I know, a decent release. Again, it's not Slinger 3, it's not Slinger 1 in terms of being the absolute best at doing a very specific thing, but overall solid. 95 speed, 97 throw power, 95 short, 98 medium, 96 deep, 97 throw under pressure. Great speed on the Danny Dimes, to be honest, guys, and then the accuracies, throw power, all of that, pretty solid. We'll talk about the abilities here in just a moment, but then we get into this card. And guys, this card right here, I think is the new best running back in the game. We'll talk about the abilities, why he's so good, but I will let you guys know, he gets Freight Train for 1 AP. So I do believe his ability bucket, or at least that X Factor, is going to be similar to probably like Derrick Henry, where maybe he'll have it for 5 plays, go away, come back, go away, whatever. And I felt like that one was really good. But the reason why I switched off of Derrick Henry and AJ Dillon was because I wanted a better receiving back. And Gus Edwards might be that guy. 98 speed, 97 acceleration with 97 agility, 94 carrying, 84 catching, and 97 change of direction with 97 truck and 98 break tackle. Also, number 1, he's 240 pounds. He's a huge running back. Number 2, with the new strategy that pretty much everybody's using, right? You get that +1 speed. We're talking about a 99 speed. Gus Edwards that can catch, has good change direction, can truck, can break tackles. Overall, just gonna be a really, really good card. He is the LTD, but I believe this is probably the best new running back in the game, in my opinion. Very, very good. We also have Gregory Rizzo, Groot, 94 speed, 96 excel, 95 strength, 98 block shot, 98 power move. Only 86 finesse move. Now, you would obviously like to see that finesse move, be higher. You really want to see that 90 plus power move, 90 plus finesse move. If you're able to get like 95 plus for both, then you're really talking. So, Gregor Rizzo, I think he'll be pretty good for theme teams, likely. And then we also have David Njoku, the Chief. 97 speed. That is some serious speed on this card. 88 strength, 98 catch and traffic, 98 spectacular catch, route running of 95 short route running with 92 medium route running. Probably pretty solid after the catch, maybe good break tackle, whatever. And 72 run blocking. Obviously, with all the tight ends we have in the game, the number one thing that I'm going to keep reminding you guys about is obviously Rob Gronkowski. Are you willing to, spend a lot of coins to get a tight end who maybe is like a little bit fast or whatever over Gronk? Personally, I'm cheap. I'm not. Now let's talk about those abilities. So as you guys can see, Danny Dimes right here is X Factors. I don't care about them on QBs, but the ability buckets, he does have Fearless for 1, Hyrule Master for 1, Gunslinger for 1, and Set Feet Lead for 1. In Tier 2, Fast Break, Evasive, No Look, Deadeye, and then Fearless. And then in Tier 3, you get Fearless, Hyrule Master, Gunslinger, Set Feet Lead, and No Look, Deadeye. So personally, I will say that on quarterbacks, they maybe can't get every ability you would want, which in my opinion would be Gunslinger, Fearless, either Set Feet Leader, Pass Lead Elite, and then also Hyrule Master. I would skip out on potentially Fearless. Well, that's the issue with this card. You can't do that because in Tier 2, he doesn't get Hyrule Master, doesn't get Set Feet Lead. So you are probably likely going to run Fearless on this card, and then you can run Gunslinger and maybe Set Feet Lead, and you could get that combo for 3 AP, but then you wouldn't have a discounted Hyrule Master. So in terms of him being a, absolute top tier quarterback in the game, I just don't personally think he is. But as for Gus Edwards, getting that Freight Train for 1 AP, and first one's free for 1 AP, obviously Freight Train to me is the best X factor in the game in terms of running backs, so that's really, really good. He also gets Backfield Master for 0, Evasive for 1, Leapfrog for 1, and Bruiser for 1. And then in Tier 2, he gets Tank for 1 AP, Short and Elite for 0, which is beautiful, Bruiser for 0, and in Tier 3, he gets Tank for 1 AP. So for me personally, I would have run Tank for 1 AP, Short and Elite for 0 AP, and then you could also run, if you want, Bruiser for 1, but to be honest, I'd probably just run like Backfield Master. I mean, it's 0 AP, so personally that's what I would run just because I don't want to spend the extra AP to get the Bruiser or Leapfrog. I'll probably likely end up running Short and Elite, Backfield Master, and Tank on this card, which I gotta say, for a total of 1 AP, that's pretty crazy. And as I said, 98 speed, 240 pounds. He gets the Freight Train for the extra 1 AP there. He's really just crazy card. And then as for Rizzo, he does get Edge Starter Lead for 1, Scare Tackler, Unpredictable, Crusher all for 1, No Outsiders, Double Nothing Stress Specialist, Defensive Rally for 0. You guys see the stats on him. David Njoku, he gets Route Tech, Short In, Short Out, and Red Zone all for 1 AP. Honorary Lineman for 0, which is interesting because he's not really much of a run blocker. And then Deep In, Deep Out, and Tight End Apprentice for 0. And then in Tier 3, he gets the Route Tech, Short In, Short Out, and Red Zone threat again for 1 AP. So those are the AK cards, and also the competitive pass Brock Purdy. You guys can let me know down below what you think about them, but I am very excited for the Gus Edwards. I think he is the new best running back in the game. Daniel Jones, maybe a lot of Giants fans, you guys are excited about that card. Greg Rizzo for the Bills, and then David Njoku for the Browns. But I feel like everybody should be very excited for Gus Edwards. Make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy. Use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100. Follow me over on Twitter for my NBA picks, and let me know down below what you guys think about these cards. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.